Let's see. Turn off my Bluetooth there. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Let me see if I'm getting this. Okay. So what am I doing wrong? Let's see. Mhm. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope I'm live. I don't know if I'm. I always get confused with this, so I apologize. I apologize beforehand. Okay. Got it. I got sound. Hey. Okay. Um, so this is gonna be kind of a different stream. It's a get ready with me stream, kind of. So I am gonna put my makeup on, but I did want to. Hey, William, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing good. I didn't realize you were from the 90 days. I'm originally from the drama community. I don't even know if you remember seeing me in the drama community, but I hope you're doing good. I don't really see. I actually went into a live stream the other day and I saw some of my old friends from the drama community, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen them in so long." Yeah, I mean, how do I say this? I started following a person because of a case. I didn't realize that there were communities. And long story short, I originally came onto the platform through MGL. Why? Um, So anyways, I ended up coming on the platform through MGL, and then I believe it or not, I thought everybody was so mean to her. Anyways, slowly I figured out that I was in the wrong area because I didn't like the way she talked to people. And fast forward, I would sneak over to the Krama community and listen to stories. I listened to Queen, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't realize, again, still, that I was in separate communities. We were just told to not go over to Queen's channel. Um, yeah, long story short, I left drama simply by leaving that mod or leaving that creator. She apparently, and I didn't know this either, everybody when they leave her gets railroaded. And yeah, that happened to me. But I was grateful. Like I met a lot. Well, one of my very, very good friends who I met on the platform, she was also a mod over there, and we became great friends. She invited me to her wedding. Um, I really like, I mean, you guys see my mod in here. Her name is Liz. I actually met her um, from being over there. So it's not always a bad thing. Um, Forget about it. It was from low to when I use. See, and I knew Amber when Amber would come over here to the drama community, and her and Bombshell would be going back and forth. And I mean, basically, we were in when I was over here. She was kind of semi friends with MGL, but it was kind of like everybody against Bomb. It was like Flava, Jenny, and Amber, and somewhat MGL against Bomb. So it was a weird. I mean, we would kind of see stuff, and I mean, everybody kind of wandered everywhere, and then you'd be like, "Oh my God, did you see Amber's over there on that panel?" Or, "Oh my God, can you believe so and so's over there on that panel?" Like, it wasn't anything that. Oof, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like here, when we're in the true crime community, and if somebody says that BJ's on a channel, everybody just kind of like, "Oh my God, no way." And then they go watch it. But you know what I mean? They're not really going to that person's chat, and they're not going to support that creator. They just want to see the person that was from their community over there. I know. I've heard about that actually. I was actually friends with somebody who they were like, "Be careful with William Brooklyn," and I was like, I knew. Let me just say this: I was new. I was known of William Brooklyn, and I was warned of William Brooklyn. But I also said William Brooklyn has done nothing to me. You guys, I used to let Rapper in here. I used to let Rapper come in as long as he wasn't threatening my mods. Don't be embarrassed, William. Shut up. Girl, you know that people say that stuff about everybody. They say they have their own little stories about everybody. I believe none of it because everybody's going to make themselves out to be like, I don't know for sure. I'm just saying. I just said William Brooklyn has done nothing to me. I'm good with him. I don't care. Like I don't know how much more. But they were just thinking that you were becoming friends with me just to get in on because I was also mod for Flava and um I modded for I mean everybody has a wrench over in JJJ's, but they just thought that you were over here trying to get info on stuff and it was just crazy. Things back then, it was like 2 years ago. People were just talking to talk. It's just funny. Anyways, I am going to do a get ready with me, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. I am going to go over everything I'm using, but um I wanted to explain my makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do wear makeup. Um let me turn on my camera. Hi guys. Um so I actually some of you guys know I have been in the church for um the reason I'm doing it like this is because this is the way that it was laid on my heart to do it. Um, I was born, raised Catholic, and then I moved over. And when I was in my 20s, I started going to another church, and I started attending an apostolic church. I haven't cut my hair in 18, let's see, 22. I'd say 20 years. I haven't cut my hair in 20 years. Um, I kept it long. I used to have it shaved in the back like Rihanna in the Rihanna days, and then the front was like right here, and the back was shaved up. I didn't cut my hair at all, and this is why I'm talking about it. I was in the apostolic church, and I'm just telling you about the church that I went to. Hi, Kathy B. Um, I went to a church that really pushed standards. And if you know that, you know what that means. If you're apostolic, you know what standards are and holiness and that stuff. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we were leaders there for 15 years. Didn't cut my hair, didn't wear makeup, didn't wear pants. I mean, a lot of it was by choice. I didn't want, like, I wanted to have this kind of a walk with the Lord. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. I found out I found out through self reflection. I was giving studies on holiness and godliness and being a vessel for the kingdom, but I found that they were the some of the really good people that are out in this world and they wore jeans and they wore makeup and they wore jewelry and they did everything that our church was kind of speaking against. And it's not that they were speaking against it because you can wear it and you can do it. It's just if you wanted to be used by that church. Used meaning a leader, meaning giving Bible studies, meaning any rallies, any speaking on the pulpit, any kind of anything like that. You had to be in standards. This is a get ready with me because I do wear makeup now and I do wear pants now because I realized that it's not what we wear, it's who we are as people. And I know some people are like, "Oh, I've seen her wear makeup. How is she still apostolic?" Because I'm apostolic. I've been filled with the Holy Ghost. I speak in tongues. I believe in I am more for me. I know that for me it isn't just uh being uh being uh it's a relationship. And that is what I found out is being at the church where I was at, and I'm not going to say anything other than they strongly encourage the presentation of, and I understand that too, because I wouldn't want my testimony, like I say, oh, I believe in the Lord. Like, let's just say there's a certain creator on this platform who says, "This is my religion. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian." But her tongue says that she's not. Our testimony is all we have. So if I speak and act a certain way, then one would never believe that I am that. You know what I mean? So if I said, "Oh my gosh, Kathy, I would love for you to come to church. I'd love for you to come visit my church." But then you saw me and I was gossiping at work all the time, or I was always talking about, "Oh my gosh, I can't stand that dirty see you next Tuesday." And oh, these women over here are nothing but, oh my gosh, they're let's see if we can get out early and we'll just write that on our check, or we'll write that on our time card. Let's behave in a manner that doesn't seem somewhat uh, somewhat good. That's the part that where I say our walk, our testimony is all we have. I should be one saying, "Well, you guys, she's having a really hard day. Let's not be so mean to her." So I'm going to start putting my makeup on and I'll explain to you the reason that I chose to have my walk and my relationship with my God, and let Kathy have hers, let William have his, let Liz, everybody has their own walk. I can do what I want to do, but me judging her and her and her and I'm not saying our church did that. I'm saying that stressing that you're not doing things the right way only discourages people. And the reason I say that is because my son was brought up in the church, down on his knees, speaking in tongues. I mean, bellowing. If you know my son's voice, he bellows speaking in tongues. And he's down on his knees and he's literally engulfed in the spirit. And I can't describe it. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, I can only pray one day you be drenched in his spirit, because that's what it feels like. It feels, I'm gonna start crying right now. It feels amazing to stand in his presence. And I'm saying that because I've experienced it and I would love so many people to have known what it feels like. But my son decided to start partying and doing things in, let's say, 17. He'd already graduated high school. But up until high school, he did things, he'd go to church on Wednesdays, he'd go to church on Sundays, and he kept the Lord at his forefront. He kept it very, very, very like, I can't go to that meet. If anybody knows wrestling scheduled, it's Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if there was a youth rally, if it was anything that had to do with the church, he wouldn't go to it on Wednesdays or Saturdays. And I was so proud of him. And I was so blessed. But just because you bring them up in church or just because they're in sports doesn't mean they're gonna stay on the straight and narrow, because kids are still kids and they make their own decisions. And there were certain people that commented, us as leaders, having our son doing this made the church look bad. But it has nothing to do with me and my husband's walk. My son was making his own choices. He was doing the things that he wanted to do because he was now out of high school, and his desire to stay to stay doing keeping his grades up and everything was no longer there, because when he was in high school, he couldn't wrestle that week if he had bad grades. He couldn't wrestle that week if if he missed a certain class, if his grades were down, anything like that. So once he got to 17, he graduated from high school and he chose to just pick up extracurricular activities. Um, and he's my son. I will never turn my back on my son. And for a place to desire you, this is what the first thing was. For a place to want you to turn your back on your child when they need you the most was disappointing, because I loved this place and I loved these people. But I also knew that it didn't matter that I was making the church look bad because we were leaders. My son was in an addiction. The last thing I'm worried about is what your reputation looks like. What I'm worried about is getting my son to put down his addiction, to I can't even describe having to put a missing persons report on my son because we couldn't find him and it was 10 degrees outside and we live in Michigan and he was last seen walking away from a house and nobody could find him. I can't even begin to tell you the pain and and the pain that goes through a mother when you are, I mean, yeah, it's bad enough that he partied and it's bad enough he smoked and drank and did things, his whatever he did. I mean, it's he just did other things. The point of it is the fear of him getting home on the weekends or on a weekday. That was, I mean, that was huge. Is he home yet? I mean, if you're a mom who has kids, you know. You know if you know. Is he home yet? Is he safe? Um, did he drink? Did he smoke? Did he did all the activities that he did, is he home now and he's safe? Is basically what a mother goes through. So from 17 or 18 to about 4 or 5 years, it was just touch and go. Like I can't even describe it to you. But the last thing I was worried about is what it was making this place look like. I just wanted my son to be able to turn from that and give get clean, not do the things he was doing. Um, and so for me, I wasn't thinking of what a place was looking at. But the reason I say how we present ourselves to strangers and to just regular people, he tried to go back and visit the church a couple times. He tried to go back and visit just on a Saturday or Sunday. It was Mother's Day. And he would get bombarded with just stupid questions that caused him to turn and leave because he didn't go there to get judged. And he didn't go there to hear, well, how he's throwing his life away or how he shouldn't be doing this and why is he doing that and why I mean it's disappointing. I guess that's what it was. It was disappointing that he went. He reached out to me and said, "Mom, I'm going to go to church this Sunday." And because some people were selfish and they thought that they were the church police, the the whatever police to determine if you're here and we haven't seen you, why are you here now? Like all that. Like just let him be here. He's just let him be in the presence. Let him stand in the presence. Let him come and sit in my row. Let me let me have this. Mind you, we were still leaders. And it was just like, I realized then, I realized then I didn't want to be a leader for a church that was judging people, condemning people. And I didn't, not that I didn't see it, I didn't think that they were, I mean, I guess, how do I say it? I thought that their intentions were always good to tell somebody, you know, if if you, because people would reach out to us or me or Joe or whatever and ask for a Bible study, and we do a Bible study and we pray and anything. We wouldn't go and ask them. We would, if somebody contacted me and said, "Hey, wondering if you can do a Bible study." Yeah, let's do one. Whatever it was. If there was questions, they were just wanted to learn how to study the Bible more. They just wanted to understand the Bible. They just wanted to learn things about it. Whatever they had questions on, that's what we would cover. Sometimes it'd be an hour long. Sometimes it'd be 2 weeks, and it was just we cover one question a day or whatever it was. But anyways, I realized that there's so many good people, and we were under this facade that if you wear makeup, you're not a good, or you're not going to be, how do I want to say it? You're not, you're not usable, because that's what they used to, the term is usable. And there's so many good people with piercings and makeup and jeans and so many things. And that was back in like 2017 or 18. And it made me just so eager, I guess, to meet people where they were. If they don't go, then they don't go. If they do go, then they do go. They just wanted to know about this guy named Jesus. They just wanted to know more about how and what this amazing, like somebody goes, I'm gonna have surgery. Can you pray for me? Or hey, me and my husband are having marital problems. Can you pray for me? Or my son's acting a fool. Can you pray for me? Whatever it was. They're not looking for to be judged. They're not looking to be condemned. They're not looking for anything like that. And I realized that that's when I had prayed and asked the Lord to use me abundantly, use me in a way. But when I say use me, Lord. Hi, baby. You okay? Paper, pen, iPad, over here. Thank you. You're welcome. You, my, our desire as Christians, and anybody should be to, how can I connect your hand to this person? Here's somebody who is willing and able and loves us. And here you are, somebody in need. And my job is only to do this, connect them. That's it. It isn't my job to go, well, you haven't been to church in quite a while. Well, you're wearing some stuff. I don't know. Well, I wish I could. It's not my job to do that. It's not anybody's job to determine if prayers are sent with purpose, meaning, genuineness. It's nobody's job. It's this person and this person. This person's the Lord. This person's a person in need. Them two. I have nothing to do with it. But I realized that, well, the reason I'm saying all this is because I was getting ready. And when I started getting ready, the Lord just laid it on my heart about just talking about how he laid on my heart exactly like this. How did you know that it's okay? Because believe it or not, apostolic, once you're in the church, you almost have a conviction that now that I start wearing makeup, am I still going to be used, or am I still, um Am I still, because there's a lot of guilt. If you know the apostolic church, they have a lot of rules and there's a lot of guilt that goes with it. If you cut your hair, you're not going to be blessed because those are angels. I don't cut my hair because I love my hair. Gray hair is considered wisdom. I love my gray hair. I love my long hair. um I wear jeans, I wear shorts, I wear skirts, I wear what I want, because at the end of the day, the Lord it cares how we treat people. The Lord doesn't care what I wear. The Lord doesn't care what I the Lord doesn't care that the other night somebody is trying to preach on their channel about, a lot, I think more men see it like that than women. I don't know, maybe not, but I do hear a lot of men say they can't stand their gray hair. They preach on their channel, we should give without seeing your right to left, preaching from the word, preaching the word of God. In 2 seconds, they're damning people from that same tongue. It is, I don't even want to say it's laughable. It's it's disheartening. It's pathetic. It's not our job to say or do or preach. You can talk all you want. I can tell you guys how great it feels to be, to lean on somebody when things are going hard. I can talk to you guys till I'm blue in the face about how good it feels to give and give and give and never ask for more. But when you know what I thought about when that person was talking about give from your heart and you'll be blessed. I know that we had a couple of fundraisers that, we were doing it for Katie's birthday, and this person refused to partake in it. And the other one, there was another fundraising, and that person refused to be by those businesses, and they're all political, and they're all just government ran businesses and whatever. At the end of the day, you want to preach on giving, and you're the greediest person that I've ever seen. And I it sickens me that you are going to cast judgment on hundreds, because after a while different people play their stream, and you're and I know that nobody takes their Christianity serious, but that's not the point. The point is, if one person takes it, if one person is hopped on the line today and listens to their stream, and they think for a minute anything that these people say is anything remotely factual, is where we've done a disservice as Christians. I know there's a lot of people that don't believe they're Christians, but that's not the point. The point is that they're using it. They're using it as their tool to judge people daily. They're judging people, whether they're 70, 90, 20, they're judging them. And it's not our place to judge. It's not my place to judge. It's not, it's so gross. It's disgusting and it's so wrong. And I was getting ready and I started thinking, you know what? I'm going to explain to them why I started wearing makeup. Why? Because at first I was like, I can't ever cut my hair. I can't do this. I don't go to that church anymore, but I still abide by those Christian apostolic beliefs. But then the more I got in touch with the word, just talking to the Lord, and I just talked to him, and whatever you guys do to pray, I prayed and I asked the Lord, I want to be used. And I told you guys a little bit about this when I started doing this instead of cooking. And I said, Lord, I want to be used. But when you say that, anything could happen, you guys. If you go, Lord, use me. Let's say you have a son or a husband who doesn't go to church. Hold on, my heater's cooking me. Um, so you have, let's say my son, and I said, Lord, use me in a mighty way, use me. And I'm asking him to use me. The Lord may decide to use me to get my son to come back to the church, or my dad, or my brother. If they go, you know what, Lord, please let my daughter live. Please let my mom live. Please let my Lord, if you ask the Lord to use you in a mighty way, or just use me, he could use you to save the neighbor. He could use you to save your boss. And it's beautiful that you want to be used, because we all want to be used by the Lord. And it is a good thing to be used by the Lord. I love when the Lord goes, okay, well, you got, this is what he said, you got this platform. What are you doing with it? And this is about about 7 months ago. I told you guys the story at the very beginning. I started saying, you know what, I'm going to start reviewing this person. And it took me a little while to get the money up to save for my laptop. And I was determined. I'm going to go and I'm going to start doing live streams, and I'm going to start calling out all these parts, not even her, just the parts about using the Lord. And I wanted to do that. But then by the time it took me to get my laptop, it was months and months and months. The Lord dealt with me, and the Lord said, how are they going to listen to you when you're doing just like her? And I'm going and fighting, and basically that's not what we're not, that's not what we're do. What we need to do is show love, kindness, forgiveness, and I can still correct when there's misleading into something that's not true, but it doesn't have to be the way she does it. Because how many times does there a person that says, okay, everybody, let's pray for so and so, and she's got on her nephew's daughter's cousin's sister's come. Oh, let's pray. Okay, whatever. That's whatever. Oh, you're coming in here. You see him next Tuesday, but she says the word. You dirty bitch. I mean, you're going. That prayer was the prayer was just on the tip of your tongue. I mean, at first I kind of laughed a little bit about it, like, wow. I mean, that's crazy. So quick you're so quick to, and I don't want to hear the how much can a person take, you know what, how much did Jesus take? Because there's nowhere in the Bible where the Lord was doing that, cussing people up and down, calling them and telling them. Never, 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 never. I don't care. When you're leading with wanting to, when your desire is you want to be used, then you know all of your actions are always for the betterment of the kingdom. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I lead with, I have to be an example for my son and my daughter. Then when I go, you dirty little bitch, get over here. I told you to clean your room. I'm supposed to be an example for my son or my daughter. How can I be an example for my son and daughter when I just curse them up and down? Now, if you're going, I got to remember I'm an example for my son and my daughter. I can make a lesson out of this. Hey, I know you guys really wanted to go to your friend's house. I would let you go. Trust me, I raise kids. I'm not saying like, yeah, right, you don't have kids. No, I raised kids, but I desired to raise them with the desire of being, I raised kids with the hunger and desire to be better in this world than what you see on TV. I didn't want my kids locked up in jail. I didn't want my kids getting disciplined by their teacher. I wanted my kids to be con- positive contributions to society. Yeah, I could not care how they turn out. I could not care what they end up like. It's their life. They made the mistake. But did they get guided? Were they able to be guided anywhere? Or did you just throw your hands up in the air and go, hey, I mean, that's on you. You made those mistakes. Now you got to sleep in the bed you made. Well, did you give them anything? Did you give them anything to make the bed? Did you give them a pillow? Did you give them a blanket? Did you anything? I mean, you can't complain that that's the bed they made when you didn't do anything to help in the bed that they are laying in. The Lord gives us gifts, and we choose to either use them or abuse them. And I don't mean abuse them physically. I mean, anytime you choose to not take the time with them, you're missing an opportunity not only to make a memory, but you're missing out on an opportunity to teach them something, like something that they're going to go away with. I don't say everybody's parenting is different. I got that. I'm not talking about parenting. I'm talking about you can parent different than me. Trust me, I'm the mom that gives my kids ice cream at 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning. I'm pretty much that parent. My kids didn't have any curfew in high school, none, zilch. Why? Because I told them I respected them. And if they respected me and they respected the fact that they had the freedom that was being given to them, that they would make sure that they were home at a decent hour. I raised a son who was a jock and a daughter, pretty much a jock also. Bless you. Um, they both were active. Again, I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to do this in front of you guys. Me and Joe are both feeling yuck. Um, but I also know that it was an opportunity. All of this is an opportunity. It's not God given right. I got those kids. I'll do what I want with them. It's an opportunity. I didn't want my son to be in prison because he made bad choices, because I never gave him disciplining, because disciplining's hard. I didn't give my daughter choice. I didn't give my daughter disciplining. So she ended up dropping out of school and becoming nothing with her life because it's so much easier than forcing them to go to bed, forcing them to get up, forcing them to make sure they have their homework done. It's a lot easier to go, good. I mean, who wants the hard job? Nobody. But I also didn't want my daughter to be the girl working at the gas station that doesn't have proper English and every TH is an F. I didn't want that. I didn't want people laughing at my daughter for not knowing how to have a proper conversation. It wasn't going to be nothing for me. I went through my adolescence. I went through middle school and high school. The people were going to be laughing at my daughter and my son because their lack of putting anything into their education, their lack of properly speaking words like birthday. They're not birthdays. That only sets up your children to be ridiculed and laughed at when they go to school, period. I'm not telling you that we all don't have a different dialect because of our locations, but do better because you want better for them. That's it. Not because I'm better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm just like you. We're parents. We should want more for our kids. I said all that to say my son did great. My daughter did great. They got in trouble when my son, not my daughter, he got into trouble when he got after high school and he had to go. I it was a matter of bailing him out and I wanted to bail him out and he was in possession of something and he had a scale and so that's considered paraphernalia or something like that. Long story short, he ended up saying mom and I said yeah, and I prayed about it. Yes, I know some people think I'm crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I gotta take these off. Some people think that I'm crazy when I say that um I prayed about it. And well, first his friends had called and said, "Hey, so and so, Mrs. Drew got this, and I just wanted to let you know we're going to get some money together to help, to get him bailed out, blah 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 blah." So I knew that I was going to get the phone call of mom. I got arrested. So my options were, all right, I'll be right there. And I wanted to. It was the night before his birthday. They were going out to celebrate his birthday. And I prayed about it. And I said, Lord, tell me what to do because I want to go and get him out because I want him home. I don't want him to wake up there on his birthday morning. I didn't have the slightest answer on me, so I reached out to somebody. And that's what we are here to do. We all come to a point when we need and seek help from somebody. And the only person that could give me the help that I needed was the Lord. He was going to be the one to either say yes, no, why. I mean, yeah, you could go for it, but he's never going to learn his lesson or whatever. He said, no, I need him to seek me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's just how I talk to the Lord. That's my relationship. And I'm like, what do you mean you want him to seek you? He said, how can he seek me whenever something happens, he goes to you and you bail him out? And I didn't want to hear that because that made me feel like a horrible mother. How was I going to tell my son the night before his birthday when he calls that I wasn't going to take him and bail him out? It was only $500. I don't know. So I didn't do it. And he made a decision. He stayed. He had to stay. I don't know what happened. He ended up the next day. He asked me how come I didn't, because I just said I didn't, because I asked the Lord. And the thing is, when you ask the Lord, when you don't do it, what he has laid on your heart, it's now becomes disobedient, because I asked him, he answered, and now I was saying, never mind, I'll do what I want. He answered. So did I think that wearing makeup was going to make a difference in my walk? Because I wanted to still have that walk with the Lord, where that I knew that if I went to him, I was going to get answers. Like, that's my kind of walk. Because like I told you, we feel convicted if we wear makeup or we don't wear makeup, if I cut my hair, if I wear jeans. But the Lord let me know in many ways. It's not about what I'm wearing or what I'm doing. Favorite lip gloss. It's from Victoria's Secrets. Favorite. I lost my lip liner, but I am going to make one. I really didn't intend to go this much into this. I realized that makeup doesn't make you a Christian, or non-makeup make you a Christian. We were only allowed to wear a wedding ring and a watch. Doesn't make you a Christian if you put no rings on, because there's still people that speak like a sailor and wear a skirt down to the floor. They wear makeup. They don't wear makeup at all. And then there's ones that wear makeup and wear jewelry that are the most kindest, giving, loving, unjudgmental person. And that's what the Lord had laid on my heart, is it's my walk with him. It's not the people where I used to be. It's not anybody in this world. It's what I feel when I'm talking to the Lord. Do I still feel connected to him? Yep, I do. And I wear makeup. I wear eyeshadow, eyeliner. I wear mascara. For me, I needed to know, because it's hard to explain, but like after 15 years of thinking, I can't do it, because if I do it, then I'm not in a relationship with the Lord. If I do this, then I won't be blessed, because I'm going against what he wants. That's not what he wants. What he wants from me is to love everybody, to be kind to people, to be an extension of who he is. And that's when I was like, my son went through his own whatever, I was going to say spiel, but he went through his own issues, and he went through what he had to go through to get a walk with the Lord again. He did it. My daughter has a great walk with the Lord, but they had to seek it on their own. You know what I mean? Like my daughter, believe it or not, she used to wear skirts to play softball. She wore skirts to play basketball. That's just what we did. That was just our religion. We did it. And then you find out it's not even about a religion. It's about who you have a relationship with. And when you have a relationship with a person, you want to do things that bring you closer to him. And it's not like the makeup brings you away from him. Like my brain had been thinking, I had thought that it's going to take me away from him. It's going to not let me be as close to him. I found out that wasn't true. I found out I'm still close to him, and I still wear makeup. I'm close to him, and I don't cut my hair, but I still wear earrings. I don't wear makeup all the time, but I wear it sometimes. Do what you do. Realize that it's your walk. Don't let somebody online tell you that your giving or not giving is not lined up with them or with their view of things. Just do what the Lord lays on your heart. That was a whole bunch of reasons, like a whole long way to say, just do what makes you happy. Okay. Because I found out that that's what matters, is your walk with the Lord, not what everybody else sees as their walk. You know what I mean? That's the part that was what, I guess, that's the part that hung me up, is like, I thought I wasn't supposed to do this because I want to go to heaven. It's like, no, I'm going to heaven, and I can do this and still go to heaven. All right, if you guys, I know somebody last time I did a Get Ready With Me, they were like, you didn't tell us any of the names of the stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what the names are. Okay, I'm trying to look for the name of this, and I can't read it. But it's a cream. It is a cream. Hold on. It's a cream. It's got this on one side where you see it right there, and then it's got a rubber on the other. Okay, let me tell you about this. I'm here to tell you, do not put things in your cart and then go back for it the next day, because I had 2 of these in my cart, and I thought, oh, sure, my stuff will be gone. And guess what? It really was gone. They did take it. Well, it wasn't that it was gone. It's that the price went up. It was like $15 or $17. And I said, it went down to like $7. And I was like, oh my God. So that's when I bought it. Fell in love with it. Then I was like, oh, it's running out. I better hurry up and buy it. Tell me why I went back, and I guess it was $18, and I got it for $10 off, so I paid $8 for it. Then I went back and I go, oh, I'm running out. It ended up, I put it in the cart. I didn't check out for some stupid reason. I didn't check out. And then I went back the next day and it was $18.99. So they really do. I always go, yeah, right, you're running out of time. No, really, they are. Okay. Trying to look for the name, guys. Looking for the name. It's called Jules Beauty. I think Jules. It's called eyeshadow. Yeah, just Jules eyeshadow. See that? Right there. Oh, that looks really bad, doesn't it? Sorry, guys. I think it's the cap that does that. But anyways, it's at the end of it. All right. I I put just a regular lotion. I know some people do like primer and all that. I just do basic regular lotion. It's like for dry skin because it's winter. That's what I do. I go up here. I hope you guys had a good Monday. You guys don't ever, not ever. I thought I buy this eyeliner. It looks like this. I think it's NYX or something like that. And it has a point on it. Very nice point, okay? Well, see this now? Then you get this and you go like that on it. And that's it. Well, that's what I do anyway. There are people that do all the extras. So I put it up there and then I run it back down. Do I have a scientific way? No. I just do that, rub it, slide it down. I'm the most trained, but you know what? I don't really care. That's it. This was $29, and I got excited because I found it on sale for $7.99. Okay, see the tip? I was so excited when I found it. But when I go to put it on, it's like, can you see that? It looks easy now, but see it? Oh, you can't really see. You can't. It's very, like, skips. It skips instead of going on smooth. This one costs regular $9.99, and it's got a tip like that, and it goes on like a freaking gel pen. Like, I go like this, and it barely, I mean, I can't even tell you how perfect it is. Don't think just because it's more expensive, it's going to be better, because that's not the case. All right, those two. That's it. Eyeliner's done. I know I kind of went into a little bit of a very explanation of reasons, but I felt like, I don't know, the Lord told me to share that story, and I shared it. Ooh, that hurts. It's nice outside, Jay. Yeah, it's like 45 or 50 degrees. Okay. This I got. It's called something Color Vibes. Anyways, I got this. And when I bought this, I thought to myself, I like those colors. Ordered it. It came in the mail, and every single one of these little squares were broke. So then I reached out and I said, hey, all of my eyeshadows were broke. Nope. No, ma'am. You're fine. Our front door's open. So they sent a new one, and two of them were broke. I'm like, apparently I'm asking for something that's not doable. Okay, grab this, and I put it right there. That's it, guys. It looks like I do a lot more, doesn't it? And I just put a dark brown in. Anything. Sometimes it's a matte, sometimes it's shimmer, and I just put it right there in the crease, and I sweep it over. It works for me. I mean, I know there's people that like really want to do really refined things, but I mean, I literally was in my 20s when I stopped wearing makeup. Like, I stopped wearing makeup when I was like 20, 20, let's see, 25, 35, 45. Yeah, like 25, I stopped wearing makeup. I didn't wear it anymore. And then I used to put this on. I felt so weird because it's like 2026 and they make this in like different like ways. So this is what I put on my cheeks now. It's called Shimmer Stick. And I just do this on the side. You can't really see it. I mean, I guess if I want color, I could do that one. And it's kind of like lotiony. It's shimmery. And it smells like cocoa butter. It smells really good. Hi, Black. I haven't seen you in so long, my friend. How are you doing? I see you on TikTok once in a while. I hope you're doing good. I I try to do more like different stuff. I do. Why do I sound robotic? Hold on, let me check. Mm, hold on. Thank you for letting me know, Black. I'm on Franklin. Let me see if hmm. How is it now, Black? Oh, yeah. Okay. I hope you're doing good. I'm trying to find our, oh my word. Okay. It's bad. That's weird. That's weird. The mic? Oh, hold on. I'll put my AirPods back on. The mic. Oh, hold on. Mhm. Okay, what do you think? Oh my God. Yeah, I feel so bad. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. Thank you so much, Black. You're a lifesaver. Thank you for telling me. Nobody even told me. Like, nobody was like, it's so funny. Nobody was like, hello. We don't even know what you're saying, ho. I hope you've been good. I hope you've been so good. Do you go live at all over on TikTok or do you stay over? I mean, I know that you post, we kind of post stuff on TikTok, but I'm not really active. My son started getting really active on TikTok. It just makes me, I get anxiety. I get anxiety because I've never been on that platform and I don't know what to expect from the people. My girlfriend went from like 2,000 subs to like 6,000 in 3 weeks. I don't know what she just said she went live almost every single day. And then he would go live in the morning and then she would go live at night. And it worked for her. She ended up getting a lot of subs. Oh my God, I can't believe. I don't even know when I took them off. I think I took them off like when I was telling my story. Oh, I was just sharing about because I was putting makeup on and I started out putting makeup on, Black. Then I started sharing about how I wanted to be used by the Lord and how I felt like at one I felt that there was a situation in my head because I was at a church that you couldn't be used if you were wearing makeup, or because I was apostolic. I'm apostolic. And it really just took my own walk to realize that I wanted to be used by the Lord. And in order to be used by the Lord, He can use you, but you just, it's not for, it's almost like I had to have it almost like this. It had to happen to me to see that my son was just hungry for the Lord, and him being hungry for the Lord, people were judging him based on his appearance. Whether it be that he'd been partying or whatever my son was battling, they were judging him based on that. And then I was like, "Well, babe, not on the laptop. You can send it to the phone. Send it as a message." Um, but that's what I had to realize for myself, was that many of us can still desire and want to be used by the Lord. You don't have to meet a certain thing. Yep, yep, yep. And that's what I was saying, that i- being apostolic, in my mindset was, if you want to be used for the pulpit, used for studies, used for things, that was, like, oh, you're wearing makeup, oh, you wear jewelry, and oh, you wear jeans, oh, I can't, you know what I mean, like. And then I was just like, there's so many good people, so many kind, good people that love the Lord. And I was in my mindset going, gosh, that's too, like, it's hard to believe that the Lord wouldn't take somebody just because they're wearing eyeshadow, with such a good heart and a kind heart. And then I just started like really seeking the Lord for answers. And then the Lord just said, He loves us. And what He desired for us is to be an extension to who He is. And that means not judging people, not asking people, not worrying about what people are doing, but being an extension to who He is, just simply to get His word out there. Let them know who He is. Let them know how, and they can get in contact with somebody as mighty and great as the Lord. Does that make sense? And it was just that I don't know. I don't even want to say I was confused. I was just so misread, or I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but my brain, God knows your heart's makeup is the outer layer, not the inside. That's right, mama. I like that. It's the outer layer. I like that. Yep. And that's when I started saying that. And that's when I started realizing, is like, he's he doesn't want us to judge him. It's none of our business. It's them. Yeah. I mean, it's just so disappointing when you hear and see people that do it, and when you stand by and watch it, you're just like, gosh, this person is on fire for the Lord. Let them be what they want to be. Let them seek Him. Let them have a walk with the Lord. Let them have their own relationship. Like, who are we? Anyways, that's what motivated me more and more to stop cooking only on my channel and start just being a witness to the Lord. When, like, our neighbor giving us food or groceries, like, I didn't want to share that story because I was so embarrassed. But the Lord's like, no, I need you to share that story. And I was like, Lord, please don't make me share that story. And I was so worried about being embarrassed. And the Lord's like, I didn't do it for you. There's someone who needs to hear that story. And I was embarrassed still, anyways. I was still embarrassed. But when I realized I was embarrassed, the Lord did lay on my heart, "You asked me to use you." And I said, "You're right. I did ask Him to use me. I asked Him to use me." And now I'm embarrassed when I have to share a story, because there was somebody that was going to be watching my video that day, that needed to hear Call on him. Call on him for your, if you don't have groceries, call on him for your bill money or your check is low. Call on him for these things. He will be a provider. He will be a protector and a provider and a comforter. And I was being all greedy and selfish with, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing for me though. Hello, it's not about you. What are you worried about? That's right, Black. Oh my gosh, Joe. I'm just grateful. Like I'm glad for the revelation. I'm grateful that he gave me that revelation to to allow me to not only love, like, because it was great that I loved people and I loved everybody, but I didn't, like, it was almost that I didn't want to go on live if I was wearing pants or if I was wearing my makeup. But it's like the Lord just dealt with me and just said, just be a messenger for me. And I just had to let him do him, use me regardless of, because it wasn't, it's hard to explain. I think it was just I was worried being a leader, then to, like, I don't cut my hair, but I don't cut my hair because I feel like, oh my gosh, oh my God. I don't cut my hair because I just love my long hair. I don't dye my hair because I love that my gray hair is my wisdom. You know what I mean? Like there's too many people spreading the wrong message about the Lord. And it really bothered me. It bothers me still to this day when people speak and act and say they're a Christian, but they judge you, question you. And I thought to myself, you know what? My son is a good person. And just because he drank, they wanted me to condemn my son. Like he seeked the Lord. And when he needed him, there were people that were worried about what it looks like. That I couldn't get that out of my head. Couldn't get it out of my head that I, just because I'm a leader doesn't mean I don't have normal stuff at home. Just because I'm a leader and me and my husband were leaders at church doesn't mean that our real life situations call for, the Lord would want me to be a mom, to love, to be a comforter to my son and a reminder of how we are here for him no matter what. He wouldn't, the Lord would never want me to judge and condemn somebody. Why would you guys just want me to do that? Just because it didn't fit the image of what that was. You know what I mean? Thank you, Black. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm grateful. I'm very, very, very grateful that he even desires to use me. Yes, I believe that 100%. I believe that 100%. There are people that, and the worst part about it is they use the Lord's name for why they judge. And if they only knew they're just, they're they're making it, you try to justify judging somebody by putting the Lord's name attached to it, when in actuality, it's just such a disgrace. Anyways, thank you, Black, for coming in. I really appreciate you. And thank you for all of your videos and all of the everything that you send me or send posts. Um, just thank you. Come back in some other time or whenever if you ever get a chance, Mama. Yeah. Thank you, Black. It frustrates me when I hear people say that this person gets frustrated by the attacks, and so that's why she curses and all that. It's like I've never seen a book in the Bible. Like, this person who was supposed to be a Christian. Said it was Phillips 613. Phillips. It's just I can't stand people using the Lord, and it makes me frustrated. Want my black. Black, are you in Discord? I will, mama. I will. I will definitely hit you up, mama. I appreciate you very much. This was overpriced, but I'm very glad I bought it. It's called Shimmer Cocoa Butter, though. It smells amazing. Oh, and then my mascara, I swear by you guys. I swear by the mascara. Okay, see how you can't tell I have eyelashes at all? Okay, give me 35 seconds. It's so nice over here, you guys. It's so super, super nice. Let me see what the temperature is right now. 54 degrees. Jay, it's 54. Yeah. All right. That's right, Black. That's right. I love that. Thank you, Mama. That's exactly that is that. They fit it to meet their needs. It's so funny. Um, all right, let me see. Okay. See it? Okay, watch. See my eyelashes? They look like nothing. Give me 35 seconds. I didn't realize that it really does make a difference. And I apologize for the people that came in during my other part where it was really bad. And thank you, Black, for being a whole freaking lifesaver. Thank you so much, Black. She's like, girl, we can't hear you. Destiny had one of her friends dye her eyebrows. I was like, Tess, that's kind of brave. Who does that? Okay, anybody who has Sam's Club, okay, guys, look at the difference. This one has it and this one doesn't. I feel like I can tell the difference. Okay, listen up. Anybody who has Sam's Club and Sam's Club Plus, okay? Sam's Club does delivery. Everybody knows that. And you have to meet a $50 threshold to get your food delivered. Okay. But if you have a plus membership, which is, I mean, we have the plus membership mainly because we get deliveries all the time. Um, so to get a plus, well, how do I word this? If you pay the $50 of your groceries, you can get delivery for free. But what if you say, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the butter, or I forgot to get the eggs, or I forgot to get the milk, whatever it is. Okay. Well, if you have a plus membership, you can, you don't have to meet the $50 minimum. All you have to do is do express delivery, which I know it sounds like what? What's the difference? Well, the difference is to find things that you don't need, like say you have $8 worth of stuff or $12 worth of stuff, and you think to yourself, oh shoot, I don't want to look for 40 more dollars worth of items in order to make my $50 minimum that I need, right? Okay. So you go, I'll just pay the $8 to have it here in 3 hours or less. So not only are you going to not have to do the time slot of 5 to 7, 7 to 8, whatever the time slot is, you get it in 3 hours or less. You don't have to meet the $50 threshold. And you can just go, okay, I only needed those $9 worth of stuff plus the $8 delivery or the $8 to make it rushed, $17, which if you're gonna go and get it, if you're gonna need it anyways, the difference is you don't have to find things like, oh, let me tell you. I'm like, do we need more bread? Do we need a case of water? Do we need this? Do we need this? Just to get to the $50. Does that make sense? I mean, if you understand, it's hard to explain. But I was like, it makes a difference mainly because um because I when I what was it that I had forgotten? Oh, I think I they had forgotten to put eggs on my list to a couple days ago. So I needed eggs, and by then we had gone through the water, a case of water. I drink a lot of water. Who knew that there it's dangerous? Anybody know that it's dangerous to drink too much water? You're not supposed to drink, or you're supposed to. How you doing, kid? You're supposed to drink one and a half, one half to 1 ounce of your body weight. So somebody weighs 100 pounds. Obviously, there's people that weigh more than 100. But let's say you weigh 100 pounds. You should only be drinking 50 ounces to 100 ounces a day. I drink I drink a lot of water. I probably drink about 9 bottles of water a day. Yep, you heard me right. Like these, I I it takes like one and a half in here, and I probably drink about 6 or 7 of them a day in here. I know some people can't stand water. I love water. Don't ask me how, why. I just love water. Yes, you're supposed to take in 6 a day? I should drink 64 ounces a day? I didn't know that it's bad to drink too much water. There's actually something that can happen to you if you drink too much water. Who knows this? Oh my gosh. No. Are you excited? Well, I love water, black. I drink a lot, but it has to be cold. I mean, I will drink it if it's warm, but my preferred is like this. See how it's ice cold? It's because I have it usually in the freezer. Um, or in here, it's got a crushed ice in it. I love water. Don't get me wrong, I love me some sweet tea. When we go down to Texas, I drink a lot of sweet tea. Me and sweet tea are like this. Oh my God, I'm excited for you, Black. Oh, I love well water though, because I was brought up on well water. But my mom used to have to give us a vitamin pill because we drank well water. I'm so excited. Um, I've heard like some people have said you should get on that. It's just you guys, I've got so much going on with my hands. The last thing I'm trying to do is go to another doctor's appointment. Apparently, my $375 that I paid for my Am Better insurance apparently is when I oh God, you guys don't want to hear the story. I was trying to find a new doctor here in Michigan, and somebody asked me my insurance, and I gave them the name of the insurance, and then they asked me my name, and then they were filling out basically my medical information on the phone. She asked my ethnicity, and I said, "Oh, I'm Mexican." Tell me why this lady and the thing is that let me explain this. It shouldn't be this big of a deal, but but because I have a history of my teacher from childhood making me sit on the floor because I was an animal because that's what she described brown people. Because there were little girls in my gym class that said they didn't want to get into the swimming pool because I was going to make the water dirty because of things that I've had in my childhood today. And I'm a 50-year-old woman, and I hear a lady ask me what my ethnicity is. And I'm like, oh, I'm Hispanic, Mexican. You hear her say, are you legal? I shouldn't be bothered, but I am bothered. Why? Because it's 2026. That's why. And I do feel bad for I just hung up. I said, I don't never mind. I said, never mind. I don't want to go to your doctor's office. I don't really care about what you guys have to offer. Um, yeah, I was very, very irritated. I was very irritated. But I called another place and tell me why this lady tells me that my Am Better $375 insurance is similar to Medicaid. I said, I don't know how that's Medicaid. I pay $375. And she says, well, it's on the lower tier, such as Medicaid. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, "Oh, we don't take any of those lower tier insurances." People are just rude. I think that they can say things in a different way. How about that? How about saying, "No, we don't take that insurance, ma'am." I think that humanity has gone out the window. No, bitch, really? She said she works in the medical field, Joe. She said they have to ask now. That's what Black said. I was disgusted, discouraged, and hung the frick up. I was actually really pissed. I didn't cuss at her, but I wanted to ask her why she but I mean, I think, why can't you just wait till when I go into the office and you have a conversation with me? Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a way. You can say something when I go in, and then a questionnaire, and then somewhere on the questionnaire, I don't know. I just feel like there's a way to say it. And this lady, I gotta finish my or I'll forget. Hold on. Anyways, I know I don't really want to get into all that political, but I was just shocked. Shocked, disappointed. I was a lot of things. Let me say that. I was a lot of things. Hmm, yeah, that's crazy. How can they say something like that, Black? They want the high end insurance people, babe. I feel like me answering that question though, I felt like I was oh my God. Speaking of this, Black, since you're here, you know how they had Bad Bunny over there. People, okay, you guys know that I've had a childhood that had some racism in it. Okay, blah blah blah. Tell me how I went to school with somebody and I thought, like we were somewhat not cool best friends, but we were friends in high school, middle school. Like, hey, hey, oh, same teacher, oh, same our last names. Back in the day, they sat people next to your same last name, and I thought this person was like cool with me, like cool. Like, not my best friend, but we were cool. Like, "Hey, you got a pencil? Yeah, you got one? Here you go. Here, do you have an eraser?" Clearly, we sat next to each other in all 6 hours, 6 believe it or not, in elementary, they tried to sit you assign seats into lunch. Lunch room, assigned seats. Anyways, and I thought we were like, "Hey, I forgot my, fork. Oh, I got a fork," or "Oh, I got a napkin," like that, kinda cool. Not best friends, but just mediocre. I posted a picture and I didn't I normally don't post anything about, political on my on my Facebook. Okay. And 90% of the people on my Facebook, I unfollow because I don't really follow people. So let me finish my story. Well, most of them were class of my class, the year I graduated, class of, and a lot of them people followed. Okay. Okay. So I don't care. I don't really post stuff in my Facebook because I don't, I don't know. I just don't, uh, I'm just at that age where the friends I have are the friends I have. I don't need new ones. I've got friends since I was in third grade. She's still my friend. I don't need extra people. The people I have are like, like I limit my time. Let's say it like that. Okay, back to my story. So this person that I went to school with since elementary school says this. Oh, I love the profile picture. I was like, oh, thank you. I was asked if I married him to keep me in the States. I don't even know what? Like, I've known you since third frickin' grade, you frickin' idiot. What do you mean? What do you fricking mean? Was I married at 8 years old? Like, what do you freaking? I was I unfriended him. I was more shocked actually that somebody was um I was shocked. I was shocked. I wasn't like, "Oh my god, you're my friend." But I was like, "What?" Like, you talked to me for the last let me say this. We were in 3rd or 4th grade, all through middle school, all through high school. Then we graduated, then years after. And my 30-year reunion just passed. What? Did I marry that man in my profile picture to stay in the States? No, you freaking lunatic. Oh my God. I said no. And I didn't need a green card either. I was able to stay. Thanks, though. I was just I left the comment up though because I wanted all the people that were that would come to read that. I wanted them to know the ignorance in this human. Call me petty. I don't think so. I just said, let the people know the idiot that we're working with here. Yes! Yes, I'm black. All my life, he thought I was. All my all my school years, he thought I was. I I was I was so I think I didn't get mad or sad. I just felt like, dude, really? You have sat next to me in every hour, every period since third grade. I just said, you know what? It's those people that make me happy to have my daughter abroad and learn more because she doesn't live her life in a little cyclone where things are only in this perimeter. You know, my daughter's away with Brazilians and Australians, and she just got back from Jordan, and she's around people that are well rounded, well educated. And I couldn't imagine having the level of intelligence that to think. I mean, what did he really think in third grade? That what had me here in third grade? What had me here in fifth grade? What had me here in ninth grade? And I spoke like this my whole life. Not that there's anything wrong with people speaking with broken English, but I've always spoken like this. Breathe. Breathe, mitten. I mean mind you, don't get it. He's American. This is what I said to him actually. I said, excuse me, I don't need a green card. I am from one of the Dutchess cities in America. I actually am partial Native American, so I'm actually here more deserving to be in this country than you are. And so you can hop the fuck off. I was kind of pissed when I wrote that because I was like, I relived the childhood of how the kids, it's because of my freaking teacher telling, I told you guys the story about how I had to sit on the floor because I was an animal and all that. That was, that has to be what he took away from it. He had to have taken that situation, how they were like, the kids were like, oh my God, she's brown. Oh my God, she's going to turn the water dirty. Oh, that situation all these years he thought that the teacher calling me an animal and I had to sit on the floor and the kids walking over my feet, like when you're Indian style, they'd like kick the bottom of your like just being jerks. But they took that situation, they thought it was real. They thought that it was real back then, that me being different. Back when I where I'm from, you guys, there was literally three max Hispanics. My dad was a field worker. I'm not ashamed to say it one bit. My dad worked out in the fields. He pulled, picked, and worked, and worked and worked. And I love my dad. My dad was a hard worker, but my dad was even legal. My grandma and grandpa were legal. My grandma was Aztec Indian. How in God's creation are you? Maybe 10th generation. My third great great grandma's from Spain, not even from Mexico, from Spain. Anyways, yeah, I was kind of shocked. I was kind of shocked that he knew me my whole life and he still said it. But then it all kind of connected like, oh my God, that's when my teacher made me eat on the floor. And that's when was 72, must have been like 77, 78 when everything happened. It's all right. It's all right. I'm a better person because I didn't pop off. It's just I don't hold it against every white person. I married a white man. We've been together for 22 years. Just there's some people that are just ignorant in this world. Can't do nothing about them. Just be grateful that I'm not one of them. All right, you guys. I did my makeup. I think it could have done the blush though, because this cream thing, it does a little bit. See, but not really. Oh, it feels so good. It feels like um smells like smells good. But if you're looking for more of what does it say? Is she legal? S- s- Is he legal? He said he is. No, our last names, they sat you like um Q and then the last name, his last name, he were they sit like in every class the teacher would have the same alphabetical chart. So then it's all the people. So I always sat next to the same person all the time because of our last names. Thank you, Black. I know. And that's what I told Joe. I said there's a time I can either let the ignorant people bother me or decide to ignore them or educate them. And some people you don't have to educate, you just have to ignore them because they make their own bed. You know what I mean? They make their own. Um, Joe had I don't yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people that are not they you know what? Because we traveled, I was weird to see it in person. And Joe's just like, "You're gonna have to talk to my wife because she's the one that has the money," because they didn't wanna talk to me at all. Yeah, they only wanted to talk to Joe because he was the only one that was white, and he goes, "She's got the money, you're gonna have to talk to her at some point." Yeah, 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 yeah. No, stop, really? Yeah. I didn't realize it was a thing, but yeah, it's a thing. There's certain people in, my husband's life that he has not seen in over 20 years because he decided to fall in love with a Mexican woman. He likes the brown skin and the brown eyes. Besides, I have really good food. Is that crazy, Black? That's what Joe says. But still, I feel bad. Like people that he really loved, and he's like, I just never knew. I went my whole life and I never knew that they were like that. And then when it was right in our face, like, can you go drop her off at home? He's like, why would I take her home? He's like, Noah, stop licking. I can't stand that. A dog licking. I guess it's better than being woken up in the middle of the night. And she's like, um, I do feel bad for him. His mom and his dad both passed away, and they never saw him before he passed. It's just too bad. Like I didn't cheat on him. I didn't take his money. I was just born the wrong color. He fell in love with somebody the wrong color, and he missed out on his his dad since he hasn't talked to family and since then, like 30. No, but she's mad because I told her to stop. That's right, Black. I like that. He likes flavor. Jeez, I can't laugh. I'm choking. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Nope, it was mom, dad, sister, nieces, nephews, even his own son. Everybody. I mean, I guess it's easy for Christmas and holidays where we're going, but at the end of the day, I think we thought surely once mom and dad get older, they'll reach out because I mean, they're like 7, 80 years old. Like someday they're gonna reach out and say, hey, mom's getting sick. You might want to come to the hospital. We found out a month after she passed. We found out a week after he passed. They didn't even let him say bye to his mom and dad. Oh man, that's a blessing. It really is a blessing. People don't realize what a blessing it is to be in a family or to be in a marriage where the family approves. It's just easier for them. You know what I mean? Like Joe was very protective of me. He didn't let me hear a lot of stuff, but it's harder on them for them to feel like they have to choose. You know what I mean? They had to be like, oh, I wish I could visit my mom, or I wish I could go to the barbecue or the get together, but it's like, no, you couldn't go crazy. I don't care what my son or my daughter, anything they came home with, I'd love them and I'd accept them. Anything, anything under the sun. So I think until like I lost my brother when he was 20, I lost my dad when he was 50. I mean, there's nothing that my son or my daughter could do that would make me go, well, I'm out of here. There's just nothing. Kids are a blessing and family's a blessing. and I don't see it any other way. Crazy. All right. I love you guys. Black, thank you for coming in, Mama. Oh, and by the way, you guys check this out. Look at my mess. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's broke. I kind of just put it on to blend my I use it just to blend like this because it's got powder everywhere. Ooh, really, Black? You go, bitch. Stop. That way you guys can hear what he's saying. Okay. Because there's a little powder in there. Then I just go like this. The little thing is in there, the little tray that's supposed to go there. It fell in there. And now I showed you guys a picture of it. It had powder all over my bed and all over my dog. It was so funny. Black, did you know that Bailey passed away? She passed away over Christmas. I didn't know if I told you that or not. Your husband's able to. He's like, I know exactly what they're saying. Oh, I know. It's too bad. She it was very quick actually, Black. One morning she got up and she was not acting right, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong. She was just very zoned out. We took her to the hospital and she was already having seizures, to the vet, and they said she was already having seizures. So we just have Novi. Can you say bye, Novi? Novi. Nova. Say bye, Novi. I love you. I love you. You mama big baby. Okay, sissy. Say bye. Say bye to the people. You're not gonna say bye? Okay, how about say I love you? I love you. I love you. I love you. Sissy, I love you. I love you. Nope. She ain't gonna say it today. Today's not the day. Thank you, Black. Her and Bailey. Bailey used to have to get her started. Bailey would go 3 times they bark. All right. I love you guys. Thank you, Black, for hanging with me. It was nice catching up with you, Mama. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming in. I'll talk to you on TikTok. It was great talking to you right now. Be blessed, Mama. Be blessed. Black. I'm done. All right. Bye, baby. Oh, you're so sweet. It's a compliment, Mama. It's a compliment.